respected delegates, visitors and participants. Myself G.S. Dubey. Today all are welcome in India Construction Week 2020 Digital. The main theme of the week is reviving construction industry in post-COVID world. CIDC along with Indian Society for Trenchless Technology along with the partners and other institutions are organizing for 1 week this week. I feel privileged to get an opportunity to place before you my well thought about concept of tubular design in high-rise structures or high-rise building. I am grateful to CIDC Director General Dr. P.R. Swarup, Steel Steering Committee Chairman Sri Anil K. Chaudhary and all the experts in Steel Steering Committee members. Today I will place before you the concept of tubular design. Actually, let us go to try to understand what is the concept of multi-storied building and why multi-storied building. Multi-storied buildings are used for office complex, residential flats, public centers. There is a need for multi-storied building due to overcrowding of the cities, and these multi-storied buildings can be transferred into tall buildings in order to achieve more floor space but occupy less land space. So we have to go vertical, not horizontal. Multi-storied buildings are now classified in many categories like mid-rise building, high-rise building, skyscraper and super tall building. Mid-rise building is up to 4 to 12 stories, high-rise is 12 to 14 stories, and skyscrapers are more than 40 stories, and height less than 300 meter is called high-rise skyscraper. Super and mega tall multi-storied buildings are those exceeding 300 meter and within 600 meters. This shows that tall buildings are gaining importance all over the world. Throughout the history of the built environment, skyscrapers have been developed as prestigious structures, demonstrating the power and wealth of a city or a nation. The more number of skyscrapers denote that the city and the nation is having power and wealth. Why? Because the price and availability of urban central land justifying building upward. The tube is the name given to the system where in order to resist lateral loads, that is wind load and earthquake load or seismic loads, a building is designed to act like a three-dimensional hollow tube like bamboos, cantilevered perpendicular to the ground. The system was introduced by Fazlur Rahman Khan, a vibrant young engineer from the undivided British India of Bengali descent, presently known as Bangladesh. Tube frame construction was first used in the DeWitt Chestnut apartment building designed by Khan and completed in Chicago in 1963. Prior to 1963, there was no high-rise building or tall building or tube frame construction was not known. The frame tube is the simplest and can be adapted to any shape, square, rectangular, circular or free-form shapes. His tubular structural engineering design first introduced while he was working in SOM, that is Skidmore, Owings and Merrill's in Chicago office, and quickly he transformed the city's skyline. Most buildings in excess of 40 stories constructed since 60s are of this structural type. You people might have heard about the Burj Khalifa that is also being designed by SOM, uses a bundle tube design and composite steel and concrete to hit its record 800 to 80 meters. Out of 10 tallest buildings, 6 are in Asia, and they are all completed prior to 2008, and 3 are in Middle East and 1 is North America. Technological adoption is likely to continue at an accelerated pace in the post-pandemic COVID-19 era. Now let us see whether in India we can have this steel frame tube construction. Tube structures represented a change in the design of steel framed buildings to enable them to build very tall and yet remain strong enough to resist the lateral forces of wind and the possible effect of earthquake. Tube construction uses load-bearing exterior or perimeter walls to support the weight of the building. So in India, what is the need? Because in post-corona world, which needs most important thing is the 4 key pillars. What are those? Creation of a vast talent pool, ensuring the technology research reaches all segments of the society, transparency in system of governance, and dealing with Mother Earth with a spirit of trusteeship. With the changing situation in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic, India has adopted a self-reliant India, and India will also become an important and reliable pillar of world economy, a global supply chain. So there is urgent need to upgrade the Indian standard, keeping in mind the changing needs and application areas of steel tubes. The need for skill development and developing newer engagements with different segments of the consumer for faster absorption of new ideas. The introduction of new technologies will entail the development of a new talent pool with the requisite skills and the upskills of the existing workforce. Investment in education and training will be a key enabler in these areas. The design disruption has just begun and is set to increase exponentially in the next 10 years. The right adoption of the emerging technology is a critical factor for success in times to come. So we have to adapt the change as soon as fast we can adapt. Steel industry will need a push from the government because the adoption of emerging technologies only will enable India to become a 5 trillion economy in 5 years and to achieve the goals outlined in National Steel Policy 2017 to produce 300 million ton by 2030. There is a pressing need to create the implementable structure. There are ways to use renewable materials without compromising design. And steel use in construction also reduces water requirements, thereby saves water. Post COVID-19, the requirement of water has tremendously increased because of the washing hands frequently. And use of steel in construction will save not less than 15% of it. It will reduce from 40% to 25%. And it will also save air pollution and noise pollution reduction at site. So this is steel tube is one of the worthy material to be reconsidered seriously for economical tall building. The construction industry is continuously looking for superior building components. Innovative production processes are in combination with tight quality control and tight quality assurance system. The key to structural steel grades with outstanding properties, especially the thermomechanical treatment allows for combining material properties. High yield strength for big material thickness, good toughness and excellent weldability. ASTM A913 or A913M standard specification for high strength, low alloy steel shapes of structural quality, produced by quenching and self-tempering process. In short, we say it is QST. The use of these high strength steels within structural concept such as strong column, weak beam and combined with the reduced beam section offer additional reliable solution for seismic design. At present, India is the second largest steel producer. Present production capacity is 142 million. Now, the first largest steel producer ArcelorMittal and third largest steel producer Nippon Steel has already entered India through the acquisition of Essar Steel. ArcelorMittal and Nippon Steel is also trying to lay out large expansion plan in India. In order to use the potential, all the different sectors of the construction industry need to recognize it and come together for successfully establishing a flourishing steel tube industry in India to fulfill the requirement of high-rise buildings. So we must impress upon CIDC and CII, Confederation of Indian Industry, to have collaboration between the primary steel producers and the secondary steel producers with ancillary industries to manufacture QST tubes for use in a tower or a structure with a height 100 meter and above, so that a humble beginning is done and upcoming high-rise buildings in Southeast Asia, including India. Thank you for patient hearing. Namaskar.